Thanks for tuning into The Experience. Help us out and hit subscribe over on YouTube and click the bell when you do. Need some help? Scan the QR code in the bottom corner.
Hey, welcome. It's another Wednesday, September 28th, and my name is Joey Galvez. We've got a jam-packed show for you guys today. We're going to be talking about Deadpool and Wolverine specs. We're also going to be talking about Robin. They get a sidekick of their own. And is James Earl Jones really going to be retiring his Vader voice? We're all going to be talking about that right here on the EXP Live. We'll see you guys right after this. How's it going, everybody? I lost Ambrosia. I don't know where she went. I got to tell her that I lost her. So we are live. We're going to be talking about some really cool stuff. As soon as Ambrosia comes back in here, we're going to bring her in. I hope everything's fine. I hope she didn't have any technical difficulties, but we're going to talk a little bit about some stuff here. I did talk, where we are going to talk about the Deadpool spec, right? But that stuff that we're gonna save that because everybody wants to talk about that, right? But the big one that I was really kind of upset about or a little scared myself, which was the James Earl Jones retiring Vader's voice. So that one was really interesting to me. And here comes Ambrosia. Here we go. Ambrosia, you're back.
Sorry, I hit my power strip and everything just like went off.
That's what I figured. You had some technical difficulties, but I was telling everybody out there, the one thing that kind of freaked me out about this one was that James Earl Jones could be retiring his Vader voice. Did you hear about this?
I thought it was confirmed.
It has been confirmed. We're going to talk a little bit about that here in a second when we get to our Star Wars news, right? But that was one of the big things, right? We got some teases from Ryan Reynolds, right, for the Deadpool 3. We could possibly be getting a Hugh Jackman Wolverine back, right? So obviously we're going to be talking about all that stuff right here, but I wanted to check in with you as soon as you came back and see how you've been since the last couple of weeks since we've seen each other.
I've been really good. School is back in session, and it's been going like actually really good. I feel like I'm finally it's taken me a while to get back into the groove.
Yeah, I bet.
I mean, I came from the summer of the Great Depression, and then I went in for surgery, and then I got sick, and then and this week I've also been sick. I've had like this awful cough, not COVID.
Oh my gosh. That's rough. That's gonna be rough.
Yeah, because every time I cough, because it's 8th grade students are like, COVID. Don't touch your chance, COVID.
Well, I heard something, and I don't know if this is true, but I heard that your students were having a fight club in the bathroom.
Oh my gosh.
Is this serious? Is this real?
Yeah.
8th graders had a fight club going on in the bathroom. Okay.
They had a
tell me about
fight club. Dude, I can't even. 8th grade boys are wild. And the thing is that they followed the rules because this has been going on for weeks. 4 weeks since like the second week of school. They have been having a bathroom fight club.
Oh my god!
And so they plan it out on which person, like who's gonna fight who, and it's slap boxing.
Oh my goodness!
And so after for every period they have we have 4.
I can't.
They have 4-minute periods, so they would like plan out who was going to go against each other. Book it to the bathroom, and there was like kids standing on top of like stalls, like recording. It was intense. No,
this was like well planned out. It was totally Fight Club, right?
Yes, and we want to have known. Okay, so then they would turn on the air dryers, so it would drain out the noise, and then they would have girls involved who would also put on the air dryers in the girls' bathroom to help drain out the noise as well. And then they would have 2-minute fights.
Oh my god,
And then
that's hardcore.
the only way we found out about it
Oh man.
was because a kid got the slap beat out of him
Oh my
as
god.
he tattled on themselves.
So
Like,
I heard that the way they got in trouble was because a bunch of kids started coming with bruises and
yes,
black eyes
no, they
and
didn't
all
get in
this
trouble
stuff.
from that. I was just dumb. Like,
Oh my
I
god.
literally had students coming in with black eyes, and I was like, dude, what happened? And so, like, I'm taking notes because I thought we're gonna have CPS like investigation, and I'm like,
Okay,
you have to tell me, is this from home? Yes or no? And they're like, no, I can't talk about it.
we got Patrick Foreman in the house, and he wants to know were they betting on these fights too?
No,
What
actually,
what's the
I
whole
don't know.
purpose?
I didn't want to know.
What's the whole purpose? I would have, the whole thing is about about betting on this stuff, right?
It's about
I
clout
know.
because then they'll
That's
post it on Snapchat.
Oh my gosh, is
And
that what it's
then
all about?
and then it, like the hilarious thing is like we would go to the library and I would have boys like doing like sit-ups and like
Yeah.
push-ups, and I like literally like Snapchatted my husband and I was like, what are these kids
Oh my
doing?
gosh.
And I asked them and I'm like, what are you guys doing? And they're like, new season of Cobra Kai out, we're getting ready. And I'm like,
Oh,
nerds, I love it.
yep,
No, they were
that's
just
what's up.
getting ready for the fight.
That's hilarious, Ambrosia. I can't believe that. Patrick had a question here. He said, "What does retiring his voice mean? Does he own the voice?" So we're gonna get into
Oh.
that here, but he's gonna be retiring as the voice of Vader, right? But they're gonna continue to do do Star Wars movies with his voice, I guess. But what they're gonna do is they're gonna auto generate it with with AI, right? And I guess he signed off on that. I don't know if that means he gets licensing. So possibly, I mean, that's pretty freaking awesome, right? To monetize your voice. How cool is that? Just letting you guys know, we are available for that. But pretty cool.
I've been told that I could do great Minnie Mouse impressions.
Yeah, there you go. Before we get into our what's in our watch list, I want to drop a couple of links here for everybody. This is the first one I want to talk about. We got a couple that are already that are live right now. We got Oneshi Press. They have a Kickstarter going right now. Head on over to kickstarter.oneshipress.com and make sure you guys are pledging something cool. They have really cool stuff going on there. It's the follow-up to the first arc of Mr. Guy Zombie Hunter. So they have a really cool book there. I also have Grandma Chainsaw as well. Head on over to bit.ly/Grandma Chainsaw. This one is live right now. It's a horror comic about, obviously, a grandma with a chainsaw, right? And we have Macabre Mel. Head on over to Macabre Mel. That's MACABREMEL, macabremel.com. And this is part of the Shitso universe with Adam Barnhart. He also is a staff writer for comicbook.com. So head on over to there, and we're going to talk about one of his articles today. He released something on comicbook.com, and we're going to talk about that today. But head on over to macabremel.com, and this is a really cool story as well. I don't have a lot of time to talk about all three of these, but I did want to mention that really quick for you guys before we move into our stuff. Ambrosia, let's go ahead and move into our first segment. What's on your watch list? All right, this is the part of the show where we talk about what we are watching. Ambrosia, what's in your watch list today? You have anything that you've been checking out? I know you've been watching She-Hulk, but what else is on the list?
Okay, so I know that there are mixed feelings about it, but I have been watching Dahmer.
Oh yes, see, this is one of the things. So I have a ticker for this.
Okay,
This is what I'm doing. I'm avoiding Dahmer right now.
Okay.
It's I'm not avoiding it because it's bad. I'm not avoiding it because I'm scared. It's probably more because I'm scared. Just to be honest. Like, I've been telling it, like, everybody that everybody's been like, the first episode is real hard to get through, but it's so good. So but I'm just like, okay, I'm down for this. But number one, I have to wait till after bedtime for the kids to go to sleep, right, to watch something like this. And that means the lights are out because my wife is probably wanting to go to sleep. So now I'm gonna be scared and I don't want, you know what I mean? So now I'm just like, okay, I'm just a big sissy. That's all it comes down to.
I understand though, because that's some intense stuff.
Yeah. I don't know how intense it is, but I've been told that it's pretty intense. So
It is, and I think it would be more. I hate to say enjoyable, but like the fact that it's based on a true story,
mhm.
like I just so many like mixed reviews of like
Yeah.
a lot of
Yeah.
people feeling like they are playing like Dahmer up and like not respecting the family of the victims, because
I see
like
that.
some of the times like some of the family members weren't even contacted to like let them know about like this footage coming out, and that some of the footage
Oh.
that they used are like some of the reenactments
Mhm.
based off of like so the victims families were used, and like the victims families had like no idea about this, so there
That's
are
not
like
cool.
yeah,
Yeah,
so
that's not
there's
cool. If that's real, I understand because that's not you have to contact the people. If you're gonna be talking about them in their story, you have to at least let them know or have them sign off, right?
right, and like
At
what's so
least,
hard
at least,
is
because
that like this isn't like, I mean, it's a fairly like recent case. So like
yeah, yeah,
people like the
it's in our
victims' families
lifetime.
are
Yeah.
like still alive and like still, so like to see like his face up on like number one Netflix must be
Oh
super
yeah,
hard.
that'd be so hard.
So I
I can.
feel like I'm in this like complex of like
Mhm.
watching it. Um it's
Okay,
just
I
yeah.
got that. Yeah.
But I am a big Evan Peters fan. I love him in
Oh,
American Horror
oh my
Story,
god,
and
he's
so
so
and
hot.
his
Oh my
acting
god.
is so good.
Okay, see, I'm really torn on his acting because I'm like, I want to desperately like him, and then I'm just like, okay, so you do good in some of these, and some other places. I'm not quite sure if I want to like you or do I really like you. So it's always been one of those hate love kind of relationships with any
I
of
could see
his
that.
kind of acting stuff. So
I could see
um
that.
have you been caught up on the latest She-Hulk? I have
I
not.
didn't watch. I haven't either.
You have not. I don't think I think we have so they come out tomorrow. We are actually doing pretty good on this one. Almost every week we watch it. No, we watch it on Thursdays. So with my wife
Okay,
and my son. So and we really liked the last episode. It was really good.
cool.
I enjoyed
All
it.
I know is that like I feel like every episode that comes out, I go on
Yeah.
Twitter and I just see like a lot of like I'm super fortunate because a lot of the people I follow are
Yeah.
very like
Yeah.
positive and like optimistic and aren't those party poopers.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
then you know you see the complaints and the rants and everything, and
Mhm.
um I love the show.
Yeah, I love the show too. It's really good. Rings of Power. I've been keeping up on this one. I can't get enough of Rings of Power. This
Really?
one, I yeah, like I like when it comes to She-Hulk, I'm down with She-Hulk, right? But I
Hmm.
can probably wait a little bit with She-Hulk, right?
Okay.
And so I can wait a little bit and then maybe like wait till the end of the day. But as soon as I get a chance, whether it's either in the morning or in the or as soon as I can grab my freaking free time with my tablet or something, I'm watching Rings of Power as soon as it drops.
How many
So
episodes are there?
I want to say five, four, five, six around there. I can't. I don't think there's six, but it's freaking excellent right now. Yeah, Alan says he loves Lord of the Rings so hard. Yeah, and yeah, it's good. Patrick's even loving it right now too.
Yeah,
Um,
I need to get on it.
yeah, it's so good. You have to check it out. It actually every time that I watch it, I want to go back and revisit the Hobbit trilogies and the Lord of the Rings trilogies, and
Well,
I even wanna. I'm like, all right, maybe I'll go crack open some of the books too. So
well,
I'm
that's been my goal, is not to read them, but to, because I've read The Hobbit, and I haven't
oh,
read the trilogy. But my goal is to watch them all before I dive into
I think this was a private message between Alan and Jane.
Rings of Power.
Yeah, no, I'm right there with you, Ambrosia. I want to revisit some of this cool stuff, but when do we have time? I feel like we
Never.
never have time.
No, I'm just trying to get caught up on comics, which I feel
Right?
like I get so proud of myself, and then
Yeah.
so many come out, which is so good, which we'll
Yeah.
talk about later.
I know we're gonna be talking about our pull list here very soon, but our pull list it starts to become more of a pile than a list of things that we check off. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So,
but while we are like our still like our what's on our watch list, I'm also gonna add in what's on my book list, because I finally have like been
let me see what you
again.
got there. I'm gonna solo you
this
up.
is A Queen's Hope, which
nice.
is part of the Star Wars I guess like Padme trilogy. There's the Queen's Shadow, and a what's the first one? I don't know. There's one before this. But it's all about like Padme. So if you're a Padme fan, check it out. This one takes place like during the time where she marries Anakin, and stuff. So it's so cool. So
that's pretty awesome.
It's been great. I love it.
And
then E.K. Johnson also has an Ahsoka book. So fans, check it out.
Yeah, something dropped on HBO that I was really excited about, because I've been wanting to, ever since I knew this one was coming out. I was like, I either want to take my kids to it or I want to buy it. Right now, we could watch DC League of Super Pets on HBO. So, so that was another one to watch. That's a really good one too to check out if you guys.
I'll make sure to put that on for my dogs when I leave the house.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, and then that's all I have on my list. You got anything else?
I watched a movie. What was it? The Orphan. I know you're not like a scary movie fan.
Oh, okay.
But like the sequel to the prequel to The Orphan, and it was really cool because they did movie magic where, because this character is supposed to be like younger.
Okay.
And she has obviously they used the same actress from the original. However, she obviously grew up. And so every single character in that show has like giant platforms to make her look smaller.
That's funny. Patrick brings up a good. I have not been able to see this one yet, but my wife was wanting to go see this one. So I don't know if we're ever going to be able to get outside of the house to go watch it. So like right nowadays, we just end up waiting for it to hit our streaming services when we watch our stuff. So that's how we watch it nowadays.
Oh, Avatar. I saw Avatar in the theaters again. They did a re-release of that.
Oh, you did? Oh, that's fantastic. I love that. Kenneth Brother in house, he says, hi to everyone that is here tonight. Yeah, this is I'm excited. Are you excited for all the Avatar news that's coming out?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's gonna be great. Especially going to like the Avatar section at Animal Kingdom.
Yeah.
Was amazing. So cool.
Oh, cool. All right, let's talk a little bit about some DC news here.
Hold on. One more. I'm sorry. And then I really want to see Don't Worry Darling, or Why Worry Darling, Don't Worry Darling. That just came out on Friday. And because there has been so much controversial, with Olivia Wilde, the director, Harry Styles, Shia LaBeouf, what's her first name? Her last name is Pugh. Florence Pugh. Oh my gosh, there's so much drama in that world, and I just want to watch it because of that.
Why is there so much drama in their world right now?
Because Olivia Wilde was married to not Jason Sudeikis, his friend, and she decided to divorce him, and then she got with Harry Styles, who was in her movie, and created all of this drama between them. And look it up. It's been a wild ride.
Oh man! And this is the movie that stemmed from all this drama.
Yes, and I.
It's a show to watch because you want to follow all of the tea that's going on.
Yes.
All right.
And
I get it.
It's like Stepford Wives 2.0.
Oh my god! Oh yes, that's the movie. Oh, that's the movie.
Yeah.
Me and my wife saw a trailer for that. We were like, oh my gosh, this movie looks crazy. My wife's like, this is like Stepford Wives.
Yeah.
And she said exactly the same thing. Yeah. She
I need
said,
to
"Be
watch it now.
careful, your
I'm so
dog will
excited.
try to fly out the window."
I can't afford any more vet bills, though.
Yeah, right. So the wife and I fell asleep on it. It was okay. Drags in the middle. Oh, the 2.0, the Step for Whites 2.0. So that sometimes the movies do kind of like suffer from stuff like that. All right, let's go ahead and move on to some DC news. Here we go. I got a really cool one here. And speaking of sleeping on something, I've been sleeping on Pennyworth, Ambrosia. This one is a really good season. I think I watched like the first or two episodes, and I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna put this on my list," and I never went back to revisit this, right? But this is one that I am kind of upset for sleeping on because I watched the trailer for season 3, and there's a unexpected DC crossover that we might be seeing here. I don't know and I read an article where it said that they don't really know what the plot's going on, but there's some Guy Fawkes masks in the trailer, and there is a character that could look like we might be getting V for Vendetta crossed over into Pennyworth season 3.
Okay.
So this is actually really, really cool. So we
I
might
can
be
do
getting I'm down for that. I'm down for some V for Vendetta on the TV screen, man. How cool would that be?
That would be great.
You got to check it out. You got to check out the season 3 trailer if you guys can. Just don't do it now while you're watching us. Wait till afterwards, and then you can watch the trailer. But it's super, super cool. And this one, it's like I forget how they named it. But it's got a subtitle, and it's got the origin of Batman's butler or something like that. But which is really cool because they're saying that this is gonna bring in the season of the supervillains and superheroes. I'm not sure what that means, but very, very cool. I love what they kind of do with these kind of shows. So we'll see. Ambrosia, did you get to catch the latest Black Adam TV spot? And it looks like there's some cool photos going around showing Black Adam tussling around there with the Justice of Society of America. So very, very cool stuff. I'm just excited that we keep getting some stuff. We've been waiting for this stuff forever, right?
So I take everything with like a grain of salt.
Right.
Just because I feel like it's been forever.
Right. I got some other cool news here. At the top of the show, we talked about Robin getting their own sidekick. So DC is going to be giving Tim Drake their very own sidekick. I'm not going to give any spoilers away or anything like that. But in the upcoming Tim Drake Robin #1, I think it's out this week, right? There possibly might be getting we could be getting a sidekick. So this one is in my list this week to read and check it out. So I want to read it and check it out and see what you guys think. Let us know next week. But this one is definitely one to not sleep on, to check it out. We got a Tim Drake title back on #1. We have a freaking Tim Drake title. I don't think there ever was one, was there?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. So now, but this is where we got Tim Drake, the Robin #1. So it's gonna be dropping. I'm not gonna give any more spoilers, but possibly could be getting a sidekick. We saw that on some variant covers. So I haven't read it yet, so I'm not gonna give any speculation, and I'm not gonna talk about any more spoilers. So we're gonna move on from that one.
Cool beans.
Blue Beetle. Are you still excited for Blue Beetle? Because last time we talked about it, we were scared that one was going to be on the chopping block up with Batgirl, right?
I'm not gonna lie, I forgot about Blue Beetle.
Yeah, see, well, we don't forget about Blue Beetle because we have full support from Warner Brothers, despite all the Batgirl stuff that's been going on. So we are still going to be getting a Blue Beetle. I think this is probably one of the shows that they have the strongest right now, and I think I think they did a good thing by not scrapping this one, because with all the stuff that I've been hearing it's one of the strongest movies that they got coming out anytime soon. I mean, we had everybody was waiting for Flash, right? And then that one just went down the drain because of all the craziness.
I was gonna say, have we heard any updates on that?
No, I haven't heard any updates. I don't know if anybody else has. I have no idea what the heck's going to be going on with the Flash. Very weird stuff, right? Very interesting though, but it's super weird. I think that's all I got here, Ambrosia, for DC. We can move on to Marvel news. Here we go. We got here's a question for you, Ambrosia. Are we gonna see Blade getting delayed because we just got word that we lost the director of Blade?
Oh no, I didn't hear this.
This is a scary thing because everybody was excited about Blade, right? So are we gonna suffer from these things, these director problems that we are, seeing right now, going on over at Marvel? Why are these problems happening?
Who was the original director?
I gotta pull it up. I don't have it in front of me. Excuse me, but if anybody out there knows, I have it. I think I might have it in the notes, Ambrosia.
Oh, sorry.
But yeah, we lost the director, and this one was scary to me because I want this movie to be so good.
I want a good Blade movie, and I want a good Blade comic. So for the past year, 2 years, I'm gonna say good year, we've had Blade like in Marvel Comics, like as a lead, but like not as a lead. And he has just been like kind of sporadic. And I thought it was because we were leading up to like having him have his own comic. But we haven't seen him yet. And so I would like a good Blade comic as well as a good Blade movie.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. So we had and I don't want to mess up the name, but Bassam Tariq, who exited the project with little to no explanation why.
Okay.
So there was no explanation why they left the thing. That sounds like there's something behind the scenes going on, and that's not good. I'm just so scared that this might happen. Jay says that's exciting. One of the best live action suits I've seen since Deadpool. Talking about Blue Beetle. Yes, that is true. And then we have JD Smith, the guitar, our digi artist. I always mess that up. Probably won't delay Blade if they're ready to shoot anytime soon. Probably have too much money tied up in Blade right now to delay it. Well, I mean, this is the thing. If they're gonna not delay it, then they have to find a director fast, right? That can also hurt the film as well, because if you're moving too quick on a new director and a new direction, the film can suffer, right? All the relationships. I mean, it takes a really good director sometimes to guide the actors. I mean, listen, you got to think about it as an actor. Sometimes they're out there and they're filming something, right? And a director sees the way you say something. They're like, perfect, go back to that. And then you try to go back to it and you think you got it, but the director sees that you haven't, and you go back and you go back and you go back and you can't get it. It's hard, man. It's rough. I don't listen. I don't freaking blame anybody for the craziness that this kind of stuff goes through. It's a lot of headaches.
Just dude, I'm telling you, go through this whole "Don't Worry, Darling" drama, and you won't ever want to be an actor again.
Patrick Foreman says, plus the director may not have the same vision as the old director, which is exactly right, and relationships with the actors themselves. It can also be a hindrance. You can't, just jump in and automatically, pick up where the last director left off. All those relationships were already, created and stuff.
The best example of that is like the Zack Snyder stuff with Justice League, and that whole big fiasco of how different a director's direction could go.
Exactly. Yeah. Right. Exactly. Here we go. Iron Fist Finn Jones, hopeful that for an MCU return for a Heroes for Hire project.
Oh,
He sat down with our pal Adam Barnhart, and he actually spoke to him. And then you guys can check out the really cool video on comicbook.com and check out their interview, and you can read about it there now. But it seems like he is very. There's no speculation. I mean, there's speculation, right? That we might be getting John Bernthal and another Jessica Jones and another Punisher show. There's speculation around that, right? And the one thing that nobody has been really speculating about was Iron Fist.
mhm.
Except for me, I guess, because I'm the only one that loves it. But
I mean,
here's the thing. Everybody wants a Heroes for Hire, which is we're gonna get Power Man and Iron Fist, right? So I'm down with this all day. I'm always been down with this, right?
I would be okay with this one.
Oh gosh, look at Jamie. He says nothing Iron Fist is welcome back to the MCU. See, we got some people not loving this stuff, man. My wife says Blade would have been so good.
Right?
Yeah, right. Yeah. Only if Mike Coulter comes back as Luke. Yes, I want Mike Coulter
Yes.
and I want Finn Jones. Like, listen,
I
I'm the
would
only
love-
one. I'm the only one who liked Iron Fist, and I'm okay saying it.
It started off good,
Yeah, I like it.
but it's not everyone's cup of tea. But same with
Right.
like, I don't know. That's why we love. That's why we love everyone's opinions.
And that's all right. That's all right. Okay. All right. Let's get to the news that everybody wants to talk about here. All right. Let's talk about the Wolverine 3 specs. All right. So I don't know if anybody out there has seen it. Everybody's seen it. But if you Jay Burns, like, see, Jay Burns is on my side. He says he likes Iron Fist. And Patrick says I am the only one that likes Iron Fist. There we go. Blade director might have walked because Kevin Feige wouldn't let him have his own vision anyway. Ouch. If that's true, that's bad news, right? But at the same time, Kevin Feige, I mean, what are you gonna do, right? That's a hard thing. I'm just glad I'm not in that writing circle.
No, same.
That's all I'm gonna say. All right, let's where are we at? Here we go. Wolverine 3 specs. Everybody saw what the stuff that Ryan Reynolds dropped. Did you see that on Twitter?
Yes, that was amazing.
So did y'all both see both parts of that? Ryan and Hugh released something this morning too. Yes, they dropped too. That's one of the reasons why we're going to be talking about it here too. Yes, cannot wait for what is that? Gouch? I don't know what that means. Is that a Frenchie? Is that talking about the doggy?
Oh, yes, yeah. That's why if you see me like moving around, it's because she was like under my feet and getting into things. So yeah, so her dad's gonna go get her. But yes, this is our little Frenchie, our little one-eyed little Frenchie Meadow.
So we have we got some we had a series of two tweets at this point. Ryan Reynolds dropped some stuff the other day talking about it was highly produced video of him talking about Wolverine possibly being in the MCU coming up, right? And then today they dropped it again talking about the Logan stuff, which was hilarious, and the timeline for that. And so it was a really funny thing, but we're going to be getting freaking Wolverine and Deadpool, where we finally get it, right? Ryan Reynolds
so good.
Stopped. He never stopped.
Dude, that whole like how that all came out was
genius.
So good.
Genius, right?
I am so excited.
Listen, I literally thought it was gonna be. I was watching this and I saw that it was popped up on my feed on Twitter, right? And I scrolled past it this morning, right? I scrolled past it because I thought it was one of his stupid Mint Mobile freaking commercials, Ambrosia.
Oh.
Because it looked exactly like one. And I was sitting there and I said, oh, what the heck is this? I was like, freaking Ryan Reynolds, your stupid Mint Mobile things. And I scrolled past it. And then I started seeing everybody started tweeting it. And I'm like, why is everybody tweeting that now? And I said, all right, now I'm just going to click on this, turn up the volume and see what this is about. And then I just kept watching. And then I said, holy crap, I have to pause this. And I called my son My 12-year-old son, and he came up and I like beamed it to the TV and we watched it together. I thought he was gonna like freak out, but it was actually really cool.
Did he freak out?
No, he did freak out, but we did not. He did not. I expected him to like get loud and scream or something, but his mouth just dropped, and when he just looked, we just looked at each other, and we were like, "Are you kidding me? Is this real?"
Yeah,
so
that was my expression.
I'm still like like questioning whether this is real or not, right?
I'm gonna say it is, just
but I think that's the whole reason, right? They did it this way, right?
Right.
Jackman gonna get back on the sauce. Oh yeah, so that's one of the things that one of the reasons why he said he was gonna retire, right? Because it was really hard for him as he gets older to continue to keep his his Wolverine physique, right? Yeah, you get older, the harder it is to lose the weight, the longer it takes. It's our bodies betray us, right?
Isn't that why Dave Bautista is retiring from Guardians of the Galaxy too?
Yeah, that's the same exact reason for that as well. So I mean, you get older, you start to notice that you're like, man, I'm doing all this stuff, but nothing's changing, man. I used to do this all day.
And I'm so proud of them for like making those choices, because like honestly, like as women, we have become like more open about like mental health and like eating disorders and everything.
Yeah.
But not a ton of people talk about like males who also have like males in Hollywood who also have to put their bodies through that type of
physical. Yeah. Listen, Alan Dunford never gives up because he never skips arm day. Just like
good.
He's got the most gorgeous arms in the world. It's so cute. Can't believe it. Jay Burns says, I know they are eventually going to recast Wolverine, but seeing him and Ryan together in a Deadpool movie, even if it's once, and it's gonna be amazing. Yeah. Alan, gotta be part of the Swole Trinity, swole of mind, body, and spirit. Oh my gosh. There you go. Oh man. Oh, I stepped right into that one. But yeah, this one was really cool. I really like the whole marketing. It freaking Ryan Reynolds is a marketing genius. That's all I'm saying.
Absolutely. I hope like Ryan Reynolds is like one of those guys that you don't find out like that he has like one of those histories where he has like murdered 3 people and he also hides people in his house. Like
you mean like Army Hammer? Jay Bird says can't have Alan on too many streams, not enough bandwidth for those arms.
That's a good one.
Yeah. Yep.
FYI, I'm sorry if I'm looking down. I'm building a Lego set. I haven't done that in a long time.
She's building it as we're live. Look at
it helps with my ADHD. It's like a fidget.
There you go. Let's talk about this one here. Actually, Ambrosia, since we're talking about Legos here, have you seen this one?
Oh my gosh, yes.
Have you seen that the Mandalorian Razor Crest UCS Lego set will include 6,187 pieces? Did you see this?
Yes. And it comes out this weekend.
Yeah. Is this one already on your list to grab?
Yes, but if you want to wait next week,
here we go.
October 10th, because October 10th is Lego VIP double points. You get double the points.
Oh, really?
For purchasing this, which will be fabulous.
That is smart. See, look at that's how you guys do it. You guys gotta, if you guys are gonna splurge on something, you guys splurge smart.
Patrick, we're not going to talk about how much it is.
Oh my gosh. Let me see. Let's catch up on the thing. Ryan and Jackman. Okay. I think she's my wife. Those are like my wife's 2 hall passes, and they're both gonna be in the same movie. So we are not taking her to that one.
Looks like we're going to go see the premiere.
You like listen, if she says, hey Joey, Ambrosia's in town and we're gonna go see the Deadpool movie, I'm gonna have a lot of questions.
You should worry.
I should totally worry. No. Next show, 3rd camera on Ambrosia building Lego. Oh, we should totally do that.
I can make that happen. I have a ton of Lego sets I have not built.
We should do that, Ambrosia. Yeah, here we go. We're not gonna talk about how much that is because it's a lot.
$600.
Nothing Reynolds could have done will be worse than Green Lantern, so let them search this crawl space.
Oh,
Listen, I'm probably one of the only ones who really.
Oh my gosh!
Green
Stop!
Lantern
Don't say it.
too.
Don't say it. You like
As
Green
my son is
Lantern.
excited to see it drop, Deadpool or this one. So my son is probably really excited to want to for me to be able to afford something like this, but not in our lifetime, because that's not. I get to either feed my kids or buy a Lego set. So, so
And
there we
don't
go.
feed your kids Legos.
Here's some other Lego stuff in the news, Ambrosia. Star Wars Millennium Falcon Microfighter is only $6.39 on sale.
Whoop whoop.
Are you gonna add that one to your cart for as well?
I have that one.
You have it already?
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah, that's how I surprised my husband with the big Millennium Falcon for Christmas. I gave him the little one, and I was like, "You always wanted the Millennium Falcon Lego," so I surprised him with that one, and then I was like, "Just kidding."
That's awesome. That's awesome. All right. Let's get to the news that everybody wanted to talk about here. Star Wars fans upset after James Earl Jones retires from Darth Vader. He's gonna retire his actual voice over, so he is no longer going to be recording his voice as Vader, but he gave permission and signed off for them to recreate it artificially. So we are going to continue to hear his voice as Vader, and I think they kind of did it a little bit. You know what I mean? We kind of heard it on some of the stuff that we saw. I think what was it?
Obi-Wan?
Yeah. And we saw a little bit of it, and it sounded a lot they kind of cleaned it up a little bit, and there was a little bit of artificial into there, right? So I mean, we've already been hearing a little bit of it. Why are we upset?
Are people upset? I mean, are people upset?
Some people are upset, but because this is my look. See, here we go. Abstracto creates. It says no. James Earl Jones's life.
I agree.
James Earl Jones is such a treasure, but I think that's why I feel like people are upset. They're only upset because we don't want AI replacing our amazing artists, right? That's number one. But we also want to hear him continue. But at the same time, here we go, Ambrosia. If you feel like you need to retire because it's just time for you to just kind of relax, listen to yourself, listen to your body right now. Why not, right?
No, absolutely. And the thing is that James Earl Jones, he's 90. He's 91 years old.
Let the guy rest.
I know. Don't get me wrong. He is an icon. He is fabulous. And I can't imagine AI taking over and knowing that it's not him.
I know,
but also, guys, he's 91. Let him just
just let him be. Yeah. He says, Patrick says he's way up there in age. I think humans also don't like to see great things end. Yes, this is true.
Absolutely.
I
think that's one of the hardest things as we get older is watching our heroes also age as well. And so I learned today that Ralph Macchio, the Karate Kid, is 60.
Yeah, he doesn't look
so good.
He's aged very well. You know what I mean? He almost looks exactly the same. Yeah. Jay Burns says that he's earned it 100 times over. Abstracto says James Earl Jones has no age. James is forever.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. He will live on forever in my dreams. I think that's it for our news, Ambrosia. We can now move on to our pull list breakdown. Are you ready to talk about some pull lists?
Always, and I think it's an expensive week. Ooh.
Oh my gosh, there's so much to talk about. I'm very excited. Let's go ahead and move on into our pull list breakdown. right, everybody, this is the part of the show where we talk about our comic book pool list breakdown. What's in our list right now? Ambrosia, while I'm trying to pull this up and share this because I wasn't prepared. I know I didn't do that. I'm gonna pull up my page here so I can share that. What's in your what do you have that's in your list this week that was the most anticipated thing that you wanted to grab?
I think it's gonna be the Nice House on the Lake.
That sounds like a good one.
It's revamping, or not revamping, but we haven't. It was on a little bit of a hiatus, so we finally get that.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Okay. So this is the first issue in like a month or a couple months.
Awesome. All right, so I'm gonna pull up my list because I have a big extensive list here. Things that I either want or are gonna grab this week. What's on the top list, Ambrosia? Are you gonna be getting anything from there?
Amazing Spider-Man, and look at that picture of him and Gwen Stacy.
That one is kind of cool, actually.
I'm pumped.
Yeah, that one's really cool. I'm not reading any Spider-Man right now though, so I'm not.
And Thor.
That Venom cover looks good.
I know.
But this Detective Comics cover, that kind of looks.
That cover looks good. Yeah, it makes me want to read that one.
Heck yeah, actually that one does too. And man, I'm so far behind on some of these X-Men things. Like I can't. It's so hard to catch up on this stuff. Like,
dude,
have you fell behind on that one? I think I fell behind like a long time ago.
I fell behind back when the whole age of Krakoa started. Yep. I am so behind. I'm still buying them all, but I can't even. That's gonna take like hours and days worth of sorting and figuring out which ones to read.
I know.
So behind of X-Men.
Right. Okay. Let's see what else. There's your Nice House on the Lake that you were excited about, right?
Miles Morales 42 and DC versus Vampires issue number 9.
Okay, so have you been reading? I know you've been keeping up on Miles Morales. If you haven't, you've been buying them.
Yeah, I'm actually caught up on those ones.
Okay. I really love the Beyond the White Knight stuff. There was some controversy going on with the creator a while back, and I kind of fell off of that stuff back then.
Ooh, do tell what was going on.
You know what? I can't. It had to do with some kind of misconduct, but whatever.
Oh, we don't stand for that.
But the thing is, I really love those stories, though. But anyway, I don't know if I'm going to grab this one because I kind of fell off with all the other stuff. And if this is a tie-in to all the other stuff, then I am going to be lost. And I really hope that's one of the biggest things, right? The hardest things to kind of continue to follow a story or and for fear of falling off, right?
No, so. I get it. I'll be getting Department of Truth and House of Slaughter.
Nice. Are you keeping up on House of Slaughter and Department of Truth?
Yeah, I love those both.
Okay. All right. Harley Quinn, Gambit, Ant-Man 3, and Task Force Z12.
Oh, I'm actually not getting any of those.
Okay. They look good though. That Harley Quinn cover is dope. This Ant-Man one makes me want to read it because it looks like the old school stuff. I'm grabbing. This is gonna be the first one on my list. I'm grabbing 8 billion genies. So I'm totally grabbing that one.
I haven't been reading the single issues, but I have it pre-ordered for Trade Back.
Okay.
Because I've heard amazing things about it.
Yeah, and I know you're getting Dr. Aphra.
Yes.
And let's see. Here we go. Here's the Tim Drake Robin here, issue number 1.
Yeah.
I want to pull this one up and give you guys the long one here, the synopsis. Step aside, Damien, the world's favorite Robin, has got this. That's right. Right after years away, Tim Drake is taking center stage in a brand spanking new Robin series of his very own. A mystery over a year in the making takes shape as a new villain who's been hounding Tim from afar decides to take things up close and personal, putting Bernard and everyone else Tim cares about in peril. As things go from bad to worst, the world's oldest and Canonically. I don't. That's so hard to say. I'm sorry, my bad.
Canonically.
Canonically. There we go. I don't know why I couldn't say that. Ambrosia.
I
Thank
got
you.
you. I got
Tallest. There we go. The Ambrosia's the teacher. She's gonna help me out with that. Tallest Robin. No, I did. This is so long. This is a long synopsis. No, I will not
You might as
be
well read the
fact
comic for
checking
this one.
that. Right? Exactly. This is the thing about these synopses and log lines. They're too long sometimes.
I agree.
Oh, that Tim finally carves out a corner of Gotham City just for himself and sets up shop in his very own murder shack boat. Fan favorite writer Megan Fitzmartin teams up with a beloved Harley Quinn artist Riley Rossmo to define the next chapter in Tim's life. This is really cool, but that was a really long synopsis to get me there. But it sounds cool. I'm really excited about this. I really loved. I was always, how many people really wanted a Tim Drake series, right? And now we're going to be getting one here. I love this. I'm all.
I hope it does well.
I hope it does well too. I hope it doesn't go away. That's one of my fears is when we get something good, they take it away from us.
I know.
Han Solo, Chewbacca, Power Rangers 100. That one's a big one.
I'm getting Chewbacca. I think I'm gonna read Sandman Universe Nightmare Country. And then oh my gosh, this week is gonna be so expensive. Thunderbolts. I read number 1. It was okay.
Did you like it?
Yeah, it was okay.
Just okay. All right.
Yeah. We have like Hawkeye, and yeah, that's fine. So I'm hoping that issue 2 is good too.
Are you gonna grab this one, the Defenders Beyond number 3?
No, but I am gonna get Stillwater.
That the cover looks dope of this.
It's so good.
So cool. Batman Fortress. I don't know about that one. I haven't been. Listen, I've been so far behind on Batman titles. I don't think I'm gonna grab anything there
Because there's 5,000.
Right. I'm totally gonna be trying to see. I might do this Sergeant Rock versus Army of the Dead. That one kind of looked cool. I know people were talking a little bit about that one, so that one might be on my list. Here we go. Ms. James. I couldn't say it either, Joey. Great job, Ambrosia. Because I couldn't say canonically. Canonically. Thank you guys. You guys are awesome for doing that. I appreciate that. Shang-Chi and the 10 Rings. That's a good one. That looks like a lot of fun.
Yeah, I haven't read
Damage
it,
Control.
but...
I didn't see the Damage Control one.
I missed that one, but I really want to go back and read that one.
I Hate This Place looks really, really, really fun. And Old Dog, that one I might do that one. I'm always a sucker for a good issue number 1 from Image.
Yeah. Oh, and let's see who's writing it. Can you look?
Yeah. Let's see. Let's take a look. Okay, here we go. Who is writing this? Tell me. Creators, we got Declan Shelby, we got Chris Samney, Marcos Martin, and Clayton Cowell's letter, and then we got Kevin Knoll and
I've read it. I'm trying to remember what Declan has written. I know he's done some Marvel stuff. I don't remember what.
Let's see. Let's see what it's about. Old Dog follows Jack Lynch, once a promising CIA operative, on the eve of retirement, looking back at a failed career. He is tasked with one final mission that goes horribly wrong. He wakes years later to a changed world. Look, I'm already in world, and even deeper changes within him when a shadowy group offers Lynch a second chance for a life of adventure. He finds himself paired with the last person he could ever imagine. In order to adjust, this Old Dog will have to learn some new tricks. Ooh, that sounds good.
I was gonna say that's kind of cute. I like that.
That sounds good. I like that. I'm down with that one. I think I actually might go and grab that from Comixology.
Do it.
I might do that today so I can read it. Cool. That one was on my list. Let's see. Here we go. Old Dog. I don't think I have any of these ones on my list, but some of these look really cool.
I don't have those ones.
Let's see. TMNT, the Armageddon game, was on my list. That one's on my list.
I don't have anything on this one either.
This one was kind of cool. I tossed it on my list just because I was very interested and intrigued to see what this is about. Batman: The Audio Adventures #1. I was
Okay.
intrigued only because I was like, "What does this mean? What is this about?" Let's read it. So let's open it up and find out. Let's see
Ooh,
what
let's do it.
let's do this here. Catch up on any comments. No comments. All right, here we go. Batman Audio Adventures #1. Don't touch that dial, picking up right after this final the season finale of the award-winning podcast. So kind of what I thought it would be. So they're going to be picking up from the podcast that we hear, which is kind of cool. I think you can listen to it on HBO right now. Actually, if you have HBO Max, you can they have a tab where you can actually listen to this, which is really cool. Batman Audio Adventures continues the new 7-issue miniseries. A string of attacks has plagued Gotham's seedy underbelly, sending criminals into panic. But it's not Batman who is striking at the heart of the city. It's a group of mysterious assailants on the hunt for an ancient artifact. As Batman hunts down these assassins, he finds clues that keep drawing him to their true goal, the sword of the King King Scimitar. There we go. Ambrosia, you're gonna have to help me with my pronunciation.
Oh, I wouldn't have known that one either.
That one was, yeah, that's see, that's so
That one's a
it's
tough
so
one.
hard to like read out loud sometimes.
It's nerve-wracking. I didn't get to practice.
I know, right? Okay, where we at? There we go. We're down here. Here we go. Parker Girls, Blood Syndicate. That one sounded really cool. And Wild Cards.
I feel like Wild Cards is something else I never heard of before until this week, and it's already on issue 3.
Oh wow, yeah. There's a few of those where I'm like, I have not heard of these. Flawed #1. We have Marvel Voices. Comunidades. I can't say that either.
Community.
Yep. The Vampire Slayer and After School. Skybound presents After School #3. Oh, that one looks kind of creepy. The cover.
I'm gonna force students to stay after school and read it.
Yeah, there you go. And I think that might be on. No, I think I might be getting a Vampirella.
Oh yeah, you do like Vampirella.
Definitely getting the Roadie #1. Hell is a squared circle. That one looked good. Heavy Metal 319, just because heavy metal's out there, why not? That one from Prometheus. That one kind of looked cool. Let's see, 2000 AD. Anything else? I don't think there's anything else down here. Anything that I'm gonna be grabbing. Ambrosia, how about you? No.
I think
I don't see.
I'm already broke.
I know. That's how it goes. Well, that's awesome. Let's go ahead and close that out now, and let's make this bigger now. All right. Well, that's about the end of our show here. Before we head off, I want to talk to you guys a little bit about something. We are we here at the Wednesday Warriors Live. We are mental health advocates, right? We really love, we love to advocate for our mental health awareness. And at the end of the show, we usually like to do a quick little rundown of some things, because both Ambrosia and I kind of suffer from mental health issues, and we know that we want to kind of normalize this conversation, right? And we want to make sure that you guys are aware that you guys have help, right? So the National Suicide Prevention Hotline has recently changed to a 3-digit number. If you guys head on over to you guys can now this new shorter phone number will make it easier for people to remember the Access Mental Health Crisis. The 988 Crisis and Suicide Crisis Hotline. I can't read today. It provides free and confidential emotional support to people in suicidal crisis or emotional distress. You can do this at 24 hours a day, 7 days a week across the United States. All you got to do is a text. You can even text or call 988. You'll be connected to a crisis lifeline representative. For more information, head on over to 988lifeline.org. That is 988lifeline.org. You guys also have access to warm lines in your guys' local area. All you have to do is do a quick Google search and type in warm line in my area. It should pop up. Those ones are usually they have a little bit better services for you because they are more aware of what happens in your own community because they are a part of your community, so they know the needs, they have they know the necessities, and they know of services that can help you. um it's not only do they help with suicides prevention stuff. If you guys are also recently homeless or anything like that, they definitely have resources for you as well, so definitely reach out for them as well. So there's tons and tons of resources at your fingertips. All you guys got to do is just type it in. And if you guys ever want to talk some geeky stuff, you guys can message me or Ambrosia anytime. We are open. Our inbox is always open for mental health awareness. We like to take this time to check in with each other and see how we are doing lately. Ambrosia,
Hi.
before we head off, how have you been lately? How has life gone? Anything crazy go on where you need to vent?
So I'm sure you could relate, but I always joke of like our life could be like a Lifetime movie, and
Yeah. Oh yeah.
sometimes I would like to know what it's like to have like a boring life. How like someone's just like, wow, I'm so bored. I would
Wouldn't that
love
be
to
great?
know how that feels like.
I know.
Our household is a little chaotic right now with like lots of emotions, but the thing is having those tools that help. And having like your mental health in check really helps in general. And so there are so many things in life that we have no control over. But the one thing that we do have control over is ourselves. And so
Yeah.
making sure that I take my medication, making sure that I keep up with my therapist, making sure that I take care of myself, whether it's like going for walks, building Legos, reading comics,
Yeah.
keeping the things that we ourselves have control over instead of focusing on the chaos around us. So my life is always chaotic. But
feel that.
it's right. But it's taking care of myself and the things that I can control. So
Yeah,
I've been okay.
it's always good to kind of take a step back and reflect on yourself a little bit. Lately I've been actually okay lately. I have been noticing that that my anxiety has kind of leveled out a little bit, right? Um, remember the last few weeks I've been having some crazy problems
Yeah.
with my prescriptions and with my pharmacies and my doctors, and there all this craziness going on, right? So what I did was I said, you know what, this is crazy. I'm gonna talk I'm gonna get some help and talk to a therapist. So I recently got myself into therapy. I also
Yay.
got myself into psychiatry, and we are now going to focus on what's going on with me mentally and all this stuff.
That's
We
amazing.
we did talk. We did have a conversation, a little powwow with my therapist and my psychiatrist. Well, I haven't spoken to my psychiatrist yet, but we had mentioned some things that we were going to bring up to the psychiatrist to kind of look through. And throughout my childhood, there's places in my memory where I can remember watching like the teachers say things and teach things, but never being able to like understand it. So I was like, all right, maybe there's something there. Maybe I've got something going on here. Let's talk to the therapist, and let's talk to my psychiatrist. Let's go all these different routes and find out, because if I've got something where that has to be checked out. Let's deal with this now. I really wish I would have dealt with it then, when I figured out. But now's the time where I'm taking charge. Like you said, I know myself. I can only control myself. So now I'm gonna take control of this, and this is gonna be my journey to fix
Yay.
myself. So
I'm proud of you.
so that's what I'm doing.
Yay.
And no matter what they say, I'm gonna accept. I'm gonna take it take it one step at a time, right?
That's also really hard as
Yeah,
well.
very hard. But that's my journey. So definitely, I will be checking in with you a lot more as things go on, and be like,
Good.
all right, Ambrosia, I need a friend to talk to. But yeah.
I'm there.
So definitely. And yeah, I appreciate you kind of, being an amazing friend to me, being there for my wife as well, because you have been an amazing part of my wife's circle of friends who, she gets to check in with on a daily basis, and we've definitely appreciate all that stuff. So make sure you guys are doing that too. Find your circle, find your people, and get a hold of them. Don't ever let them go.
No, for real.
Ambrosia, this has been fun. We've got another Wednesday gone by. I really hate this part of the show because, well, I don't hate it. I love it because we get to talk about this. We get to normalize, mental health, right? But it's always stinks because I know this means we have to turn off the cameras, and have to go to bed, and this show is not. This show's over. But Ambrosia, please, can you let everybody know where they can find you and talk to you on the social media?
Yes, you can find me on TikTok at Comics and Cupcakes, as well as Instagram and Twitter at Ambrosia_Linda.
Awesome.
Joey, where can we find you?
You can find me on at Joey Galvez 1984 on Twitter. You can also head on over to the geekcollective.net. If you guys are a comic book creator, we run comic book public relations. So if you guys are needing any kind of services, just head on over to geekcollective.net/public relations and check out our services there. We do everything from promoting to fulfillment and everything in between. So make sure you guys are checking that out, and make sure you guys ask us about all a la carte options. So we got some really cool stuff there. We are also a podcast network. So if you are a podcaster and you are looking for a home, we have we offer free hosting to you, and we also have opportunities for you to monetize your show. So hit us up for that as well. We're looking for the geeky shows. So if you are a geeky show that talks about all kinds of cool geek culture, head us up. Head on, just give us a ring over at info@geekcollective.net. I almost said another thing, but it's info@geekcollective.net. And you guys can talk to us there. Make sure you guys are listening to Professor Frenzy every Wednesday. They are not affiliated with us or the show. They are not a part of our network, but they are friends of the show, and we are all excited to talk about them. They're amazing people. They talk about their favorite indie comic books. So if you guys want a deep dive into their favorite indie books that they like, that you might like, head on over to your favorite podcast player and type in Professor Frenzy and listen to some cool shows. They got some really cool stuff there. Our friends Professor Frenzy, Jerry Green himself, and BTO Bat Books, which is our friend Chris. So head on over there and do that. Make sure you guys are listening to Ambrosia as well. She's got a show. Ambrosia, let them know where they can find that show. Anywhere they can listen to a podcast.
Anywhere.
It is tell them the name of your show, Ambrosia.
Comic Book History Lessons. And I started recording and then I didn't finish, but I'm going to finish.
I tell her to tell you guys every week so that we can, light a fire under her social
media. I know. I blame the 8th graders.
There you go. No, it's okay. And then you guys can find all those shows all right there on the geekcollective.net. So head on over there and check it out. Thank you guys. Make sure you guys are checking out all the cool fun stuff that we have on our social media. And we can, have fun. We'll see you guys next time. Bye. Where's my thing?
That's what she said.